Miracles are seen in light. Oh, miracles are seen in light. Miracles are seen in light. Oh, miracles are seen in light. The body's eyes do not perceive the light, but I am not a body. What am I? I am not a body. What am I? Miracles are seen in light, seen in light. I am not weak, but strong, but strong. I am not helpless, but all powerful. I am not limited, but all powerful. I am not limited, but unlimited. I am not doubtful, but certain. I am not an illusion, but a reality. I cannot see in darkness, but in light. Miracles are seen in light. Oh, miracles are seen in light. Miracles are seen in light. If you're tempted today, say, let me not close my eyes because of this. Let me not close my eyes because of this grievance. Miracles are seen in light. Oh, miracles are seen in light. Miracles are seen in light. Well, thank you all so much for joining me in studying A Course in Miracles. And we are ready for lesson 91 in A Course in Miracles for April the 1st, April Fool's Day. And let's see, miracles are seen in light for, and this is 2026, and I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from the Ozarks. Good day. I've been listening a lot to the ET that's been trying to help mankind, named Brashar, and he starts off very strong with a lot of gusto. Good day. Miracles are seen in light. It is important to remember that miracles and vision necessarily go together. This needs repeating and frequent repeating. It is a central idea in your new thought system and the perception that it produces. The miracle is always there. Its presence is not caused by your vision. Its absence is not the result of your failure to see. It is only your awareness of miracles that is affected. You will see them in the light. You will not see them in the dark. Now, so what can we use for another kind of a synonym for miracles? Acts of love. And think about it from acts of love as invulnerable, powerful. Everything's in harmony and can't be stopped because it's the will of God. That's the miracle. Where the grievance is your isolated, vulnerable sense of limitation, lack, and loss. Sickness and death, all that comes from the opposite of a miracle. which is not really real, but we can imagine that it's real, and then we live in a world that is where miracles are absent. Paragraph 2. To you then, light is crucial. While you remain in darkness, the miracle remains unseen. Thus you are convinced it is not there. This follows from the premises from which the darkness comes. Denial of light leads to failure to perceive light. Failure to perceive light is to perceive darkness. The light is useless to you then, even though it is there. You cannot use it because its presence is unknown to you. And the seeming reality of the darkness makes the idea of light meaningless. To be told that what you do not see is there sounds like insanity. It is very difficult to become convinced that it is insanity not to see what is there and to see what is not there instead. You do not doubt that the body's eyes can see. You do not doubt the images they show you are reality. Your faith lies in the darkness, not in light. How can this be reversed? For you it is impossible, but you are not alone in this. 4. Your efforts, however little they may be, have strong support. Did you but realize how great this strength, your doubts would vanish. Today we will devote ourselves to the attempt to let you feel this strength. When you have felt the strength in you, which makes all miracles within your easy reach, you will not doubt. The miracles your sense of weakness hides will leap into awareness as you feel the strength in you. 3 times today, set aside about 10 minutes for a quiet time in which you try to leave your weakness behind. This is accomplished very simply as you instruct yourself that you are not a body. Faith goes to what you want, and you instruct your mind accordingly. So tell yourself when you enter into one of your 3 10-minute practice periods, I'm not a body. This is accomplished very simply as you instruct yourself that you are not a body. Faith goes to what you want, and you instruct your mind accordingly. Your will remains your teacher, and your will has all the strength to do what it desires. You can escape the body if you choose. You can experience the strength in you. Begin the longer practice periods with this statement of true cause and effect relationship. So start your 3 10-minute practice periods by saying, miracles are seen in light. The body's eyes do not perceive this light. But I am not a body. What am I? The question with which this statement ends is needed in our exercises today. What you think you are is a belief to be undone, but what you really are must be revealed to you. The belief you are a body calls for correction being a mistake. The truth of what you are calls on the strength in you to bring to your awareness what the mistake conceals. If you are not a body, what are you? You need to be aware of what the Holy Spirit uses to replace the image of a body in your mind. You need to feel something to put your faith in as you lift it from the body. You need a real experience of something else, something more solid and more sure, more worthy of your faith and really there. If you are not a body, what are you? Ask this in honesty and then devote several minutes in allowing your mistaken thoughts about your attributes to be corrected and their opposites to take their place. Say, for example, I am not weak but strong. I'm not helpless but all-powerful. I'm not limited but unlimited. I'm not doubtful but certain. I am not an illusion but a reality. I cannot see in darkness but in light. In the second phase of the exercise period, try to experience these truths about yourself. Concentrate particularly on the experience of strength. Okay? Concentrate particularly on your invulnerability, your oneness with God, your strength that you can't die, you can't be sick, You can't have any detriment come to you because of your great power as God, as a son of God. Concentrate particularly on the experience of strength. Remember that all sense of weakness is associated with the belief you are a body, a belief that is mistaken and deserves no faith that you're a body. Try to remove your faith from it, if only for a moment. You will be accustomed to keeping faith with the more worthy in you as we go along. And the last paragraph for this section, for this lesson 10. Relax for the rest of the practice period, confident that your efforts, however meager, are fully supported by the strength of God and all His thoughts. It is from them that your strength will come. It is through their strong support that you will feel the strength in you. They are united with you in this practice period in which you share a purpose like their own. Theirs is the light in which you see miracles because their strength is yours. Their strength becomes your eyes that you may see. That was actually paragraph 10. The last paragraph is 11. 5 or 6 times an hour at reasonably regular intervals, remind yourself that miracles are seen in light. Also, be sure to meet temptation with today's idea. This form would be helpful for this special purpose. Miracles are seen in light. Let me not close my eyes because of this. Okay, so when you're tempted, tell yourself that. Miracles are seen in light, and I'm not going to hold a grievance and close my eyes and not have the light come to me. Dwell on your strength. Okay, let's go take a look in our text reading. And we are ready for, we're in chapter 10, the idols of sickness, Roman numeral 5, the denial of God. And if you're reading out of the original edition, read chapter 10, Roman numeral 4 today. If you're reading through the New Testament with me, read Acts chapter 3 today. If you're going through Iyengar Yoga, read page 112 and 113 and get a good twist. And out of A Course of Love, page 30, or chapter 20, read the whole chapter, it's a short one, 2.5 pages long. Being present. Okay, now let's look at the denial of God in the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles, chapter 10, number V, or 5, Roman numeral. The rituals of the god of sickness are strange and very demanding. Joy is never permitted, for depression is the sign of allegiance to the god of sickness, your ego. Depression means that you have forsworn God. What's forsworn? Agree to give up or do without. That's the Merriam-Webster definition. Many are afraid of blasphemy, but they do not understand what it means. Reminds me there in Matthew chapter 12, verse 31, and Mark 3, 28 and 29, where basically Jesus says something to the effect, it's recorded of him saying that the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit can't be forgiven. It's no wonder with a passage like that people would be afraid of the concept of blasphemy. But it's just because they don't understand what it means. Many are afraid of blasphemy, but they do not understand what it means. They do not realize that to deny God is to deny their own identity. And in this sense, the wages of sin is death. The sense is very literal. Denial of life perceives its opposite. As all forms of denial, replace what is with what is not. No one can really do this, but that you can think you can and believe you have is beyond dispute. Okay, now that wages of sin is death is a quote out of Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. The wages of sin is death. And so he's saying that in the sense that they do not realize that to deny God is to deny their own identity. And in this sense, the wages of sin is death. So he's given a little better understanding of what was said in the Bible. Paragraph 2. Do not forget, however, that to deny God will inevitably result in projection, and you will believe that others and not yourself have done this to you. You must receive the message you give because it is the message you want. You may believe that you judge your brothers by the messages they give you, but you have judged them by the message you give to them. Do not attribute your denial of joy to them, or you cannot see the spark in them that would bring joy to you. It is the denial of the spark that brings depression. For whenever you see your brothers without it, you are denying God. Paragraph 3. Allegiance to the denial of God is the ego's religion. The God of sickness obviously demands the denial of health because health is in direct opposition to its own survival. But consider what this means to you. Unless you are sick, you cannot keep the gods you made, for only in sickness could you possibly want them. Blasphemy, then, is self-destructive, not God-destructive. It means that you are willing not to know yourself in order to be sick. This is the offering your God demands because having made him out of your insanity, he is an insane idea. He has many forms, but although he may seem to be many different things, he is but one idea, the denial of God. Okay, so the idea of blasphemy is really the denial of yourself or the denial of God. Here's the definition in the dictionary. Blasphemy, show great disrespect toward God or something holy. Well, that's the definition in the dictionary. Probably the Merriam-Webster. I didn't write it down. But you know, the idea is that that you're denying what is. And in that sense, the definition in the dictionary is in harmony with what the denial of God is what he's calling blasphemy. When you don't see God in your neighbors or in yourself. Paragraph 4, sickness and death seem to enter the mind of God's Son against his will. The, in quotes, attack on God made his Son think he was fatherless. And out of his depression, he made the God of depression. This was his alternative to joy, because he would not accept the fact that although he was a creator, he had been created. Yet the Son is helpless without the Father, who alone is his help. The only answer, the Father, the Creator. So you're a creator, but you're a creator that's been created by your Creator. Paragraph 5. I said before that of yourself you can do nothing, but you are not of yourself. If you were, what you have made would be true, and you could never escape. It is because you did not make yourself that you need be troubled over nothing. At be troubled over nothing was a quote that, let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God. Believe in what, you know, that was a quote that Jesus had made in John chapter, recorded in John 14, verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. You have believed in God, believe also in me. I think's how that continues, but you can look it up. It is because you did not make yourself that you need be troubled over nothing. You're in touch with the answer that created you. Just be willing to turn to him instead of deny God. Your gods are nothing because your Father did not create them. You cannot make creators who are unlike your Creator any more than he could have created a son who was unlike him. If creation is sharing, it cannot create what is unlike itself. It can share only what it is. Depression is isolation, and so it could not have been created. Paragraph 6. Son of God, you have not sinned, but you have been much mistaken. Yet this can be corrected, and God will help you, knowing that you could not sin against him. You denied him because you loved him, knowing that if you recognized your love for him, you could not deny him. Your denial of him therefore means that you love him and that you know he loves you. Remember that what you deny you must have once known. And if you accept denial, you can accept its undoing. 7. Your Father has not denied you. He does not retaliate, but he does call to you to return. When you think he has not answered your call, you have not answered his. He calls to you from every part of the sonship because of his love for his Son. If you hear his message, he has answered you, and you will learn of him if you hear aright. The love of God is in everything he created, for his Son is everywhere. Look with peace upon your brothers, and God will come rushing into your heart in gratitude for your gift to him. Wow. Look with peace upon your brothers, and God will come rushing into your heart in gratitude to your gift for him. Just by looking at your brother in peace, you're giving God a gift. And let's read one more paragraph, 8, and then we'll stop here in the middle of this section. Do not look to the God of sickness for healing, but only to the God of love. For healing is the acknowledgement of him. When you acknowledge God, you will know that he has never ceased to acknowledge you, and that in his acknowledgement of you lies your being. You are not sick and you cannot die, but you can confuse yourself with things that do. Remember, though, that to do this is blasphemy, because it's denying your reality. You're denying God. For it means that you are looking without love on God and his creation, from which he cannot be separated. Okay, well, let's not deny God and do any more blasphemy. Let's understand that we want to see God in our neighbors, in everyone. Okay, miracles are seen in light. Let's take a look at what's going on around the world today. Holy Week continues. Of course, it's 4th of July. It's the 4th month, first day, April Fool's Day. Holy Wednesday, when Judas basically went and told it's called Spy Day, the day he, in quotes, Jesus says he didn't betray him, but it was part of the plan. He said he couldn't be betrayed, but we call it the betrayal of Jesus. Lent, so Lent goes on, Passion Week for the Western Christians. It's a week before Palm Sunday for the Eastern Orthodox, the Great Lent folks. Passover begins today. Was that Pesach? Anyway, where they eat the ritual Passover meal, the Seder, in the Judaism. And Hanuman Jayanti Day in Hinduism, birth of Lord Hanuman, the monkey king. You know, the Assyrians' New Year. The Assyrians' New Year. You know, I wanted to, since it's the Assyrians' New Year, I seem to have thought that Assyria and Armenia were in the same general area. Anyway, our word for peace, we're going to take it from Armenia today. It's Schlamaa. It's there on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the Aras and the Kura rivers, and that empty into the Persian Gulf, the Fertile Crescent. Anyway, Schlamaa be with you. Peace be with you. Schlamaa from Armenian. Other deals that are going, other things going on I found on holidays and observances. Boomer Bonus Day, Child National Day of Hope, Edible Book Day, and Fun Day, and I think I remember it's Library Snapshot Day, Fossil Fuels Day, Fossil Fools Day. Let's learn to live without fossil fuels. Fossil Fools Day, Global Day of the Engineer, International Fun at Work Day, Atheist Day. is also known as April Fool's Day. I can picture God surprising some brother that was an atheist during this life, and when he dies, God says, April Fools, I'm real. International Tatting Day. That's a good day to get a tattoo. Jump in a mud puddles day. Day of Hope. Love for Our Children Day. 1 Cent Day. Sourdough Bread Day. Trombone Players Day. Walking Day. Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. U.S. Air Force Academy Day. Saint Stupid Day. Saint Stupid Day. Reading is Funny Day. And Poetry and Creative Mind Day. A lot of library type ideas for today. And out of the edible landscaping, I've got the Yadkin blueberry. We've been talking about blueberries. The Yadkin blueberry, full, well-shaped southern type blueberry with excellent soil adaptation, wonderful flavor, ripening in late mid-season, beautiful red fall color, native zone 6 through 9. Yadkin was released from North Carolina State University in 1997. Chilling requirements are 500 to 600 hours, where it needs to be under 45-degree temperature, I think is how they do that. And another plant that does good at the base of a blueberry that likes understory conditions and a high pH or a high acid pH, 5, and that's wintergreen, Gaultheria procumbens, and it's an evergreen understory ground cover. And in the herb book, it says that wintergreen, which is number 490 in that book by John Lust, is an analgesic, an astringent, a carminative, a diuretic, and a stimulant. So you might think about getting some wintergreen started with your blueberries. They both take the same acid pH. Okay, and what's our time? Oh boy, we don't have much time. We got just enough time to close with a quick renditioning of our song. Miracles are seen in light, oh, miracles are seen in light. The body's eyes do not perceive the light, but I am not a body, oh, what am I? Miracles are seen in light, oh, miracles are seen in light. I am not weak, but strong, but strong. I am not helpless, but all powerful. I am not limited, but unlimited. I am not doubtful, but certain. I am not an illusion, but a reality. I cannot see in darkness, but in light. Miracles are seen in light, in light. Now, if you're tempted today to get upset, tell yourself this. Let me not close my eyes because of this. Miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Miracles are seen in light, are seen in light. And as our Armenian brothers and sisters say, Schlamaa. Miracles are seen in light. Schlamaa.